And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans Trides, and all of you beautiful Kiadi Mundi Conants, and of course the creepy looking plagues people looking in the shadows for reasons we may never know because of budget constraints. Welcome to today's video where get on your desk, we're gonna have a Zeta avalanche. Oh my gosh, people, the deal just got better. This is a reverse Lando situation where Lando's like, man, the deal's getting worse. People, the deal is getting better. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. And just to make sure we're keeping the good weekend vibes going, let's sit back, relax, and tell you some additional good news we have, where we have bonus Zetas coming to the game. I think a lot of you guys are always saying, man, I need some Zetas for my Lightspeed bundles. But guys, it gets even better. I don't know if it's a mistake or if it's intended, but this event's also giving a crazy amount of big gear that you could turn into tons of Zinbiddles. So just keep that between you and me for right now. Let's go ahead and tell you what we got cooking in the kitchen. Come on over, folks. All right, so let's get you up to speed. I'm in a good mood today. And let me tell you guys, anytime I'm making a video with you guys on a live stream, it's literally like the biggest part of my day, my biggest highlight. I love it. You guys are always such a great group to hang out with and have a good time. But man, I'm having even a better time right now because this weekend, we had some info. And in case you didn't hear it, well, let's bring it up again. We had some deets dropped on to us that we were gonna have some bonus drops or some big conquest characters. Take a little peek here, just a reminder. Starting on March 28th, this Friday, through 3:30, however your daily reset works in the game, you are gonna be getting Commander Tano, Maul, Ben, Darth, Malgus, Shards. But you guys knew in that video, I'm like, well, I can't really tell you guys what energy is associated with what character. And more importantly, if you already have the characters, is there any benefit to those that already have the 7-star characters? Well, yeah, sit back, folks. There might be a big deal lurking in the shadows here, just like Plagueis. Okay, so we have the deets that were dropped onto us here just a few moments ago earlier today, where, again, confirmation that the bonus drops are happening 3/28 through 3/30. 2025 starts at the reset. So however that works, the day reset is slightly different than your in-game daily reset, if you know what I mean. So here's what Cantina energy is going for. Ben Solo. Okay. All right, you might already have Ben Solo. You're like, I don't really care. But do you guys care about this thing called Zetas? I hear a lot of you guys, man, I love these Lightspeed bundles. Man, I'm like starved on Zetas. Well, if you already have Ben Solo to 7 stars, this Cantina energy will be beneficial of trying to stock up on additional Zetas this weekend. Kind of a big deal. But what if I told you, just hold on for a second, people. What if I told you there might be something even better than this? And I don't know if it's supposed to be this way. Let's just keep going on. Light side HOARD energy will be going towards Commander Ahsoka Tano. So unfortunately, if we're taking this at face value, not your normal stuff. So let's say you're farming Kyrotech 7B, whatever it is, you're not going to be getting Commander Tano shards there. It has to be hard notes. So bit of a bummer, more expensive, but who knows, maybe the drops are pretty good, hard to say. But after that, if you already have Commander Tano at 7 stars, you'll get micro attenuators, mod slicing stuff. Yeah, I'm not too, I wouldn't be hoarding for that. But I want you guys to pay close attention to these two things right down here. Dark side hard mode energy, Maul. Okay, so again, not normal dark side energy, hard mode dark side energy. You'll be getting Mark 12 Armotech thermal detonator prototype. I'm gonna leave a little gap in my thoughts here just to emphasize a point. Insert gap in thought. After 7 stars. You might be like, what the hell's going on with this guy? I don't know. I am Jawa juiced out of my mind right now. Let me tell you. Well, Fleet Hard Malgus shards will be given out. So to emphasize again, not your normal fleet energy, hard mode dark energy. But if you already have Malgus at 7 stars, you'll be getting Mark 12 Armotech multi-tool prototype salvage after 7 stars. So Arnold, what are you going on about? I don't know. You tell me right now. Did you guys pick up the difference here? There's a huge difference. I'm talking pennies versus multi-trillion-dollar difference between the Maul and Malgus stuff. Let me point it out, and then we'll talk about which one should you be striving for, should you be hoarding. Energy, we got a lot to talk about in regards to that. But there's a big difference here. I'm just going to get to it. The difference between the Maul and the Malgus, one is full-on crafted prototype. The other one is prototype salvage. Big, huge difference of seismic proportions. Let me show you the difference. So, if you already have Maul at 7 stars, you will be getting thermal detonator prototype. Keyword prototype. It doesn't say salvage afterwards. You guys know the difference between salvage and prototype, right? I mean, in case you don't, let's just bring it up real quick. Salvage is used to craft, it's like the sub component. It's the component to craft the prototype. And then of course you need the prototype and then some other piece. Then you get the full entire piece of the Mark 12 Armatech thermal detonator, right? But being able to get the actual thermal detonator prototype, that is basically 50 salvage per piece. What? What? So again, let me just bring it up again. The other thing here, versus Malgus, you'll be getting prototype salvage. So you would be getting the subcomponent that's required to craft the multi-tool prototype. But it's a big difference getting this versus this. Malgus gives this, Maul gives the full entire craft pieces. That's 50 of these turning into one of those. So a few things here. I don't know, my friends. If this is either a CG issue, we know CG's perfect. They've never made any mistakes in their life. This game is the best thing. People tell me it's the best game ever. The developers never, ever, ever mess something up. There's a reason why we never made a song called Fix Your Game. Or this is intended, or maybe the data miners had a little bit of a mistake copy and pasting stuff, but generally I find that not to be the case. So I think it's one of the first two. Either CG messed up or this is definitely intended. Let me show you guys what this means in application. So Zetas, before we get to the gear component again, if you're someone that's starting for Zetas because you're a Lightspeed bundle owner, this is probably gonna be a big event for you. Hopefully you have Ben Sol at 7 stars. If not, it's gonna be kind of unfortunate. I don't think this is gonna be really an event to try to like cut out the proving grounds. I feel like this is just mostly like an additional supplement to proving grounds. You know, you're gonna need a lot of shards to kind of skip a proving ground situation here. But for me, I'm not really starved for Zetas in my free-to-play account or my main account because I don't have Lightspeed bundles on the free-to-play accounts. I'm not really stretched out for resource there. I kind of spend Zetas very sparingly when I'm slowly building up a team. Lightspeed bundles, they drop everything on you in one. So whole different kind of economy issue. And the main account, I basically have all the Zetas in the game. So I'm not really looking for the Zetas, but if this is indeed intended, my friends, let me show you from our favorite Jawa, definitely not a scammer, the Jawa Scavenger. He's gonna give you an example of what this means. So for example, let's just pretend you had this here. So pretend this is the Malgus node. Malgus node is not giving out this type of salvage, it's giving out a different one. You know, it's not really a lot of Zinbiddles, right? You need to put a lot of these together. However, Maul's node is suggesting it's gonna be giving away this. Let me show you what that looks like. Gary, move my ugly mug out of the way. That is 10 pieces of Zinbiddle per fully crafted prototype. If indeed, as the data mine suggests, we're gonna get fully crafted prototypes, that is a crud ton of Zinbiddles that you can stock up. Versus, you know, again, let me clear that out. Versus individual prototypes, not nearly as much. You see, there's a big difference between salvage and prototypes here. However, I hesitate to tell you guys this is guaranteed to happen because it sounds too good to be true. And you know, your grandma and pappy, they always say, you know, if it sounds too good to be true, fill in the blank. It probably is too good to be true. However, I know CG, they're known for, I know they're perfect. The game is, this is the most fun, best game ever, bug-free, issue-free. I mean, come on, how many compliments do I gotta give out there for this game? But there might be that slight chance that this is unintended, or it could be intended. For me, do as you guys will. This is going to be kind of a high risk, high reward scenario. Worst case scenario, you'll just get individual salvage pieces. But for me, I think I'm going to hoard a bunch of normal energy just in case this does pan out to be this, where it indeed is going to be fully crafted prototypes versus prototype salvage. So do as you will, but I'm warning you. Don't say, Otto, it didn't happen. I am warning you right now. This could be a complete error either on CG's part or the data mine stuff that they pulled up could be completely incorrect. But for me, I think it's worth the risk. I mean, I'm not really doing much on my main account with normal energy. And, you know, who knows? you know, it might be something beneficial in the long run. So I will start hoarding energy. And on that note, in regarding to hoarding energy, today, as I told you guys on Friday, today's the first day to start hoarding up on your normal energy. So you go in there, you do a couple refreshes, right? And you get ready to go for the next day. So hoard as much as you want, but generally you can just get your free energy to stock up from here on out. Tomorrow is the first day you're gonna wanna start hoarding up on Cantina energy. We're going from an efficiency standpoint, but tomorrow is gonna be Cantina, then fleet energy as well. So I don't think we have anything for mod energy, right? Nothing for mod energy, yeah, nothing for mod energy. So it's Cantina, fleet, and normal energy. So again, today, if you're gonna do this, whether you want to get, for example, the mall shards, maybe you want to get Commander Tano shards, micro attenuators, or you're going to take the gamble like I am. Today's the first day to start hoarding on normal energy, collect all of your bonus energy throughout the whole week. And then when this happens later on this week on March 28th, whenever your game resets into that day, that's when you're going to spend it. And then to say it one more time, just to make sure it's entirely clear, tomorrow, start hoarding up on Cantina energy, start hoarding up on your ship energy as well if you're going to be going for those particular nodes. So again, you might not care about the Malgus stuff, so don't hoard your fleet energy. You might not care about the Commander Tano stuff, don't worry about it. But I think for most people, it's going to be the Zetas that are the #1 interest, which are for sure happening if you have Ben Solo at 7 stars. And for me, you know, it's like worst case scenario, they fix it. Or best case scenario, maybe it's fully intended and we are going to be swimming in Zinbiddle cards, my friends. So we'll find out later on this week. But there you go. There's your update. Big rewards for these bonus drops, whether you're going for the conquest characters, Zetas, or the potential of some crazy fully crafted pieces, which means tons of Zinbiddle cards. That's like the pretty good start to the week, wouldn't you guys say? All right, folks. Let me know down below, what are the chances that CG actually intended that we're gonna get fully crafted prototype pieces? Maybe they're feeling generous. I don't know. Maybe they want to destroy their game economy and give us like 5 trillion of Zinbiddle cards. I don't know. I'm not gonna complain though. But again, I'm warning you guys. Don't say I didn't tell you. This could be unintended or a copy paste from the data miners. But you know what? I'll go ahead and go to distance. And in case something does change, I'll leave a pinned comment saying, hey, they clarified it's not fully crafted pieces. So again, keep an eye out for the pinned comments down below. But until then, my friends, let's get this week rocking and rolling. Grand Arena sign up just begun now. Tomorrow we'll have our all teams ranked video ready to rock and roll. And until then, you leave that like, you comment down below, you subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And always remember that it's great to be in the Empire today.
Great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.